Welcome back. We're here again to talk about Genny. This is going to close out our generator trilogy, and we're going to talk about some details, especially how to um, run the furnace over a generator power. That procedure, that like situation, is fraught with peril. So we're gonna go over some safety measures for us and for other people too. Um, we've got a lot of positive feedback over the generator and generator two. Like much more positive feedback than you would be able to guess by the number of comments. We're actually getting snail mail, and people are contacting us through our post office box, and there's just lots of feedback that way. I'm not sure what's going on. Maybe YouTube is deleting some of our comments from our listeners. Um, I'm gonna open up a trouble ticket with those guys to find out more about why aren't we getting more comments. But there's clearly a lot of interest, and while we're here, why don't we just talk about? I can read you some of the fan letters we've gotten. Okay, this one here. This is from Jabril Peppers. Oh, he's the free safety for the Pats. By the way, Mr. Peppers, yeah, thank you for your interest. And I just want to share with you, I'm a big fan of your work. You had a great season, and you're one of the bright spots of an otherwise kind of a blah season. So thank you very much. Anyway, Jarrell is saying, love your Jenny. Where did you find her? That's a great story. Back maybe 10 years ago, there was a hurricane on the East Coast, Hurricane Sandy. And I knew that there was going to be trouble, and I wanted to have a generator to keep my family safe and warm. So I went to Home Depot, and guess what? There was a hurricane coming, so they were sold out. Except for there was one floor model there was available, and I put my hand on it, and I waited until there was an employee nearby, and I called him out and told him that I wanted to pay for it and all that stuff. There were other people who wanted to buy it, but I got there first, thankfully. She's bigger than what I wanted, but because she was a fuller model, the price was reduced, and it was still under budget. So it was like a match made in heaven. It was just wonderful. So yeah, Home Depot, and just yeah, Jabril, if you're in Home Depot and you're lucky, you might find one just like this. Next letter is from anonymous. Oh wait, anonymous, not Nick. Tad, your new stuntman is fabulous. He does great camera work also. We want more Nick. Give him more money. Yeah, moving on. This one's from Matt Damon. Wow, all the celebrities are getting in touch with it. This is fantastic. Tad, love the videos. I'd love to work with you. Call me anytime, day or night. That's great. Yeah, as soon as we have a slot opened up, Mr. Damon, we'll give you a shout. By the way, you didn't give me a phone number, so that's gonna be important. And then our last letter for today is from Jennifer Anderson. Oh, Tad, will there ever be true love between us? Jennifer, this is going to be, yeah. I think the answer is going to be no, unfortunately, because of two reasons. One of them, it could never work out between us because you're in Hollywood, and I just don't. I don't want to be a celebrity. I don't want to see my name in the papers. Also, I'm happily married for many years, 22 years almost, and I love my wife, and yeah, nothing will go between her and me, so I'm very sorry. But moving on, maybe it's time to put away the rest of this fan mail, and we'll talk about the generator again, okay? All right, so now we're talking about, oh jeez, my cameraman fell down. Hold on one sec. Listen to me while I talk, okay? I'm gonna get this camera fixed. So here's the scenario, right? We've got the generator running, and it's getting cold, and so we want to power the furnace with the generator. And so bunch of things actually to worry about there. One of them is, a lot of people don't know this, but it's possible, and happens all the time, unfortunately, that people who are running the generator for their house, they can actually feed electricity into the system, right? So that's a couple problems. One of them is it puts a pretty heavy load on your generator, and if there's people who are working on the telephone poles, telephone lines, and power lines on the telephone poles, they're trying to restore power, and they're not expecting any electricity going through those wires because the power's out. But then when they touch something that's connected to your generator, then they could get hurt or killed. Falling off a telephone pole is no fun, I'm sure. So we're going to make a couple precautions so that won't happen. Okay, so now we have a camera set up. I'm going to bring you over to a place where we have these procedures already written, and that's here. This is the furnace, right? And we put these procedures right here with blue tape, and we'll just peel this off, and now we can read from them and follow the instructions, okay? So here we go. Start the generator and run power cord to the furnace. Done. Here's our power cord. Believe it or not, this goes to the generator, okay? Now, step 2 is open the circuit breaker panel at the bottom of the stairs and turn off furnace basement. Okay, so let's go find that. I'm not sure if this looks backwards to you. When I look at it on my screen, it looks like everything's backwards, so it might be difficult to read. But at least you know where it is, so you can read it right off the paper, okay? So speaking of where it is, this is at the bottom of the stairs. Here's the electric panel, right? And there's one that says furnace basement. This one right here, right? We put a little blue tape on there to mark it and make it pop out. Right here, furnace basement, and then pop out. So this circuit breaker is turned on right now, right? It goes in, and on this side, all these go to the right. They go in towards the center of the panel. So all these are on right now. Fun fact, all these are on, and they're facing towards the middle. That means they're on, okay? Furnace basement right now is on. I'm going to turn it off, and that's done, okay? Step 2 is done. Now we're going to go to the furnace basement and turn on the power switch. The power switch for the furnace, right? We might have talked about this before, I can't remember. But I'm gonna give the cameraman some control here. Don't screw it up. Okay, yeah, that's pretty good. I'm gonna go on the other side. All right. So step 3 is to turn on the power switch for the furnace, and that's right here. There's blue tape on it that says furnace switch. We're gonna turn this off. Okay, so that's off now. Step 3 is complete. Step 4, we're gonna connect the black plug to the generator power cord. So the black plug right here, I don't know if you can see it. It's like, I put a safety thing on here so it won't connect to anything, but that's easy to take off. You just take this piece off, and now you have like a very normal looking plug. And we'll connect this to the generator. Done. That's step 4. Step 5, we're going to turn on the switch, and normally that'll take about 5 minutes for the furnace to power up and reboot, and then it should have power at that point. Okay. So now we're happy. We've got power is all set. We have a nice warm house because the furnace is working on generator power. When we're all done, when the emergency's off, we're gonna reverse the process, and we're gonna follow the next part of the diagram, the document, to switch the furnace back to street power. All right. So once the power is restored for the neighborhood, we can do this. All right, so step 1, turn the furnace power switch off. Okay, that's off. We're gonna disconnect this plug. And while we're here, why don't we put the safety feature on so people don't plug it into something by accident. All right, so that's step 2. Now we're gonna go back to the electrical circuit breaker panel. We'll go find that at the bottom of the stairs. And remember the circuit breaker that we want to turn back on again? That's right. It's the one with the blue tape on it that says furnace basement, right? So to turn it back on, you turn it to the right, to the left. Right? Facing the center means it's on. Now, so we might as well close this up because we're done with that. And next to the last step, I'm going to turn this power switch on again, and you can see maybe there's no lights you can see here, but there's activity under here. If you want to, you can take this cover off, and you can see like these lights are lit. That means everything's got power and it's happy. So we could wait 5 minutes and wait for everything to happen, but there's no need to do that. We've got other things to do. So at this point, we've got another 4 minutes or so before this will kick on and start putting on warm air. And that's about it. That's how we connect the generator to the downstairs furnace. We don't do the one to the attic for a couple of reasons. Warm air will rise from the basement, so this will heat the whole house eventually. And then number 2, if you're going to try to do this for the furnace in the attic, we would need a lot of extension cord for that. And number 3, I haven't put a plug in that we can connect to. So 3 reasons why we don't do this for the attic furnace. And that's about it. That's all I've got. Yeah. Bye.